You are about to catch the golden snitch. Guys, I opened up my channels and I just saw this like little flying ball in my mind and I was like, what is that? I know what that is. What is it? And then it was like glimmering gold. I was like, oh, the snitch. You are about to catch the snitch. You are about to be celebrated. Okay, get excited because you are about to be celebrated. If you don't believe it, lock in. Lock the fuck in right now and start believing it. Guys, you know what I was hearing earlier? And I couldn't place this quote, but I just kept hearing, sometimes in life you just gotta say, what the fuck? And I had to look it up. I was like, what quote is that from? I know that quote. I just kept hearing it in my mind. It's from Risky Business. That could be significant. I have not seen that movie in years, but that's from like the 70s, isn't it? Me and my mom and my sisters were obsessed with Tom Cruise growing up, so like we watched all the Tom Cruise movies multiple times. Anyway, side note. Oh, a bee just flew by. Okay, community. Okay, celebration. Creativity, divine feminine. Could be a feminine here. It doesn't matter. You could just be creating, and that's why that feminine energy is coming out, no matter who you are. I was also hearing be careful what you wish for, cause you just might get it. Cause you just might get it, guys. There's some really good energy in the air right now. So I just feel like you're being guided to cultivate the really good energy. Use this positive energy for yourself. Manifest, okay? If you don't believe in the power of manifestation, just do it anyway and see what happens. I'm just hearing like take a risk on yourself, okay? Let go of what you believe, let go of the external surroundings of your life and turn inward and just take a risk. It's interesting because for a long time in my life, Queen of Swords, yeah, Queen of Swords and Page of Cups. It's that using that mental intelligence and those ideas that you have to really reward yourself, right? And Seven of Cups popping out there. There's so many possibilities if you just let yourself believe. If you just believe. Is that for Polar Express? And then Queen of Cups flipping up. Okay. Yeah, a lot of feminine energy. That's interesting. Um, what was I gonna say, guys? Justice popping out. There's a lot of. It's like this is like karma season. Okay, the astrology right now is very centered around karma. Okay, I believe it's because of Saturn, I believe, going retrograde. Guys, I'm not an astrologer, but like I follow astrology a lot, so I'm not like an expert, but I believe Saturn went retrograde, and that's like very big on karma and justice. So it's time to take a risk. Yeah, Seven of Cups again and 303 on the timer. Take a risk on what you really want. And I think when you go through life, you I've talked about this before, the idea of learned helplessness, especially if you've faced a lot of intense experiences, a lot of intense rejection, intense trauma. If you go through difficult experiences in life, that can only increase your learned helplessness. But I think this is something that everyone struggles with, is you go through life and you develop this belief system based around helplessness, where you don't believe that good things can actually happen to you. You don't believe that you can actually make physical external changes in your life. You just don't believe that you are the one in power in your life. You don't believe you have any power over your life because that is what life has shown you thus far, right? Being rejected or being just like pushed around and not being in control of your life whatsoever. It teaches you learned helplessness. And I just flipped a 10 of Pentacles. So I just feel like you're being guided to really take a chance on how good your life can be, okay? And it's interesting, like with myself, guys, I've been on this journey for a while now, almost a year now, but like it's still, we still face roadblocks all the time. I've been having a lot of PTSD triggers this past week. This could be significant for someone. I haven't had that many like nightmares or trouble sleeping in a while, but last night I was having a lot, and I had a pretty intense flashback last week, and I really had to separate my spiritual journey from my PTSD and say, my PTSD, my CPTSD does not correlate at all with my ascension, with my spirituality, with where I'm going. Okay, so you kind of have to separate like the intense, yeah, justice again. You have to separate the intense experiences you have and the mental issues you go through, separate that from your future self, from your higher self, separate that from your higher voice. Because a lot of times we like everything like comes together and kind of enmeshes, and it just gets so tangled up of like, oh, you're trying to heal your mental health, if you have mental illness issues, or if you just have like all of these struggles, it can, you can, especially if you're a very spiritual being and you're very intuitive, it almost gets enmeshed in your mind of like, oh, my mental health is doing bad, and so I'm not being spiritual enough, or I'm not taking responsibility enough, and we just get so confused. And you really have to, yeah, 543, take a step back and say, no, my PTSD says nothing about where I'm going. I have PTSD, but that's not going to fucking stop me. Okay, that's not going to stop me. All of the trauma I have faced is not going to stop me. Especially if you face trauma, it makes you afraid of taking risks. This might be significant for someone. It makes you fear taking a risk on yourself, because it just makes you like close up. It makes you get so afraid of being in the world at all. And so you just like follow other people's frameworks. This is really significant if you have intensive trauma. You just start following other people's frameworks because you're like, oh, I can't be myself. And maybe not everyone with PTSD is like this, but this is really how mine worked out for me. Like, I would just do what I thought I was supposed to be doing because the trauma made me feel like there was something wrong with me. It made me feel like I cannot trust myself. I cannot, you know, I'm not reliable and I need to follow someone else's framework. So I did that for a long time and I didn't take any risks on myself. I just wanted stability because I felt so unstable. I was like, I just want stability. I will do anything to get stability, even if it means I'm miserable. As long as I'm stable, like, I'll be okay. And then finally, I realized that no matter what happens, I have survived so much already, and it can't, 707, it can't be worse than that. I am a fucking survivor, okay? You are a fucking survivor, dude. No matter what happens, you have survived so much. So take the risk. Take the risk. What's gonna happen? That could be as bad as that. You are like a pro at surviving, at being resilient, okay? Use that as your engine, your fuel. Let that fuel you to take risks, because what, like, especially when I have experienced a lot of SI throughout my life, a lot of suicide attempts, suicidality, trigger warning, I came to this point. I was like, the amount of times I wanted to die, tried to die, and like, here I am still alive. Well, I'm either going to be alive or I'm going to die. So if I'm gonna be alive, I'm gonna be fucking alive. Because I could have died. I could die at any moment. So what? Like, I'm not gonna let that stop me. I'm gonna let it fuel me, right? Guys, let's get some tarot cards, because I just feel like there is some energy that wants you to take everything you have learned in your life and, like, I'm just seeing the Hanged Man, like, flip it on its head. Also, we've got Seven of Wands on the bottom. Like, you just keep going. No matter what, you keep going. You are so resilient. You have survived so much. Let that fuel you. The Empress. Okay, let that fuel you. You are so strong. There is like nothing you can't do. Get that through your head. There's nothing you can't do. So start taking risks on yourself, on your joy, on your love, on your happiness. I'm also getting, let's see what this says, King of Wands. I am getting, that's interesting because we were getting a lot of feminine energy. Now we've got a king out. I feel like there are aspects of, like, the universe is asking you to take charge. The universe is asking you to stop waiting for something to come in. I feel like you're already in this Empress space of, like, maybe you're about to realize, or you have been realizing, that you are able to make things happen for yourself. You're able to attract things in just from being you, from being your authentic self, from being your creative self, from your expressive self. But there's also aspects of the universe saying you have the power to go out and get that. You don't have to wait for it to come. You can ask for it. You can demand it from life. You can demand love in your life. You can demand support in your life. You have the power to demand happiness out of the universe. Start asking for it. Start being confident in your ability to receive everything you want. The Hanged Man, guys, I'm so psychic sometimes. Yeah, the Hanged Man. It's also like, okay, the tree climbing is really interesting to me. I'm also seeing like take a higher perspective of your whole life. Okay, if again, it's that flipped perspective. Like if you look at the things you have gone through in your life, you can see them as trauma, you can see them as setbacks, or you can see what they actually did for you, what they actually did for your mind, for your soul, what they actually did for your higher self, the growth that they allowed, right? It's going from post-traumatic stress to post-traumatic growth, okay? And really it is, you just have to look at life that way. And sometimes it does feel like you're dishonoring the trauma, but it's not in the way. It's just you're honoring yourself. You're honoring yourself by saying, yeah, that fucking was horrible and I didn't deserve that, but look who I am now because of it. Okay, it's just that flip of the script. Seven of Cups is coming out a lot. What else wants to come out here, Spirit? The world, the freaking world. I just feel like you are done with limiting yourself. You are done with settling in life, okay? All of the things, this could be like literal endings of like physical endings of like leaving a job, leaving a person, leaving different people behind, or just attitudes, leaving attitudes in the past, leaving limiting beliefs in the past that are just not in service of your highest good. I feel like you've been in a portal for a long time where it's like you've been in the middle. It's like the Seven of Cups keeps popping up. It's like you can look at the Seven of Cups of like with fear or with faith, right? It's like faith over fear. But like with the Seven of Cups, there's so many possibilities for you. There's so many possibilities available to you. And that is such a beautiful sign from the universe. But it can also, if you're still operating from that learned helplessness, it can also cause fear and say, yes, you can say, yes, there's so many possibilities, but I don't know how to do any of them. I don't know how to make any of them happen. So I'm not going to try for anything. And you just kind of get blocked with like the fact that there are so many possibilities and yet you're still within yourself. And I feel like you're finally leaving that behind and you're just taking a chance on yourself. And if this might also just be your sign to take a chance on yourself, King of Pentacles, you are much more powerful than you even realize. And even if you do feel like you're coming into that true authentic power you have, there is so much more that is going to make itself known to you, okay? What's this? Seven of Swords. Yeah, I really feel like it's just, I feel like there are so many times where you've silenced yourself in conversation with other people or just in your own mind of like not feeling like you were able to want certain things, not feeling like you were able to give voice to certain ideas you had or certain emotions you had. Just like this just feels like self-silencing to me. And I feel, I mean, and this is through traumatic experiences that teach us to be silent. Teach us to be silent about what we really want or what we really feel. That's just living in this world. Confirmation. And I feel like that is part of the portal you were in, where it was like you could either look at the Seven of Cups ahead of you or you could look at the Seven of Swords behind you. And I feel like you were in that portal a while, right? Where it was like you kept going back and forth, where you kept like taking, you know, a couple steps forward and then a couple steps back. Or it was like where you, okay, you started seeing the possibilities again and you were like thinking you were heading towards them. But then the Seven of Swords energy kept pulling you back and dragging you back and saying, no, but what about this? No, you can't do that. What would this person say? What would this person say? Like, I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed. There's no sense of you're allowed to do whatever the fuck you want, guys. Again, it's like sometimes you just gotta say what the fuck. I love that quote, dude. Oh, oh, oh wow. Okay, 333 could be significant. Oh wow, okay. So we got Three of Pentacles and Three of Wands. right? New opportunities, 1444, as I say that, new opportunities, guys. And it's like you're really allowing yourself to be seen. I'm getting. It's like the three really is community, okay? It's really creativity. It's allowing yourself to be seen with that authenticity that people want to see, people want to experience that. And you're starting to realize that people want that from you. And it's like all that's why you're closing this chapter on the Seven of Swords energy, because it's like you realize people don't want you to be silent. There are a lot of people, in fact, that want to hear what you have to say. A lot of people want to hear your voice. Okay? Two of Cups again, we got this out in the last reading. People want to connect with you. People want to see what's in your soul. The Five of Swords, where am I at here? The Five of Swords coming out with the Two of Cups is very significant, because there's people wanting to connect with you, but the only reason you haven't been able to connect with people thus far is in the mind, okay? It's this internal war you're facing. But the five is really transitional, 1555, right? The five is such a transformation number. So it's like leaving this behind, leaving that mental war behind of like, oh, can I say this? Can I say that? Can I do this? Can I do that? Just do what you want. It's just getting over the hump and just starting to live in the framework of every day I wake up and I have the freedom to do whatever I want. I have the sovereignty to do whatever I want. And really starting each day with that mindset. And I feel like you're really overcoming that self-doubt, those intrusive thoughts that would just always pull you back from your true self and from the true life you're meant to live. And you're coming into this connection with yourself of trusting yourself, trusting your heart, and therefore it's allowing you to open up to new connections. Three of Pentacles and Three of Wands is new connections, okay? New opportunities, and allowing yourself to receive support from the universe, receive support from other people, being open about the ideas you have, and understanding that the more open you are, the more they're able to become real, because other people will see them, other people might even help you with them, okay? It's like if you keep everything in your mind with that Five of Swords energy, it's like you might have all of these ideas in your mind, but you just never like concretely say them out loud or talk about them with anyone. They're just always going to live in your mind, okay? You can't let those ideas die, right, inside of you. They'll just die inside of you. They'll get buried so far down, and you won't be able to access them anymore. When you have ideas, you need to share them. You need to allow them to cultivate and grow. And Four of Swords, I'm getting this sense that like, yeah, because I just got hit with exhaustion. That's so funny. Okay, I'm getting this sense that you might have a lot going on in your mind that you're actually resistant. It's like, I feel like you finally got over the hump. You're finally getting hit with all these ideas of like, oh, maybe I could actually do that. Or maybe that is actually possible for me. Maybe that like far off dream is actually something I could have in my life. And Spirit is actually guiding you to take more rest, because that idea that you have for your life is actually closer, and it's actually not as difficult as you think it might be. 1838. 1738. What song is that? Oh my god, throwback. I just lost my train of thought. Oh my god. Spirit, bring me back. Wait, I'm seeing tense in my mind's eye with the Four of Swords. That's interesting. I'm seeing like connect with the universe, connect with the stars, connect with the night and the moon, okay? I feel like also the more you sleep and take rest, like I'm seeing like dream work might be significant for you. Because I'm also seeing like in my Ever After Spell tarot deck, the Sun card is of Snow White when she's asleep, and the prince, I forget the name of the prince, whatever his name is like looking down at her while she sleeps, okay? And it's this sense of like your angels visiting you while you are sleeping, and your angels actually giving you like assistance as you rest. And there's something about how like you're never not working, so never feel guilty for taking rest. That's like just a blanket statement. Never feel guilty for taking as much rest as you need, but also like understand that how much work is actually being done even when you're asleep. It's that sense of like I'm just seeing like affirmations in my mind's eye of like I get paid even while I sleep. It's very that like your angels are actually doing the work as you sleep. So it's like you put something out into the world, and then you kind of just gotta wait. Maybe take a nap, and then you wake up and it's like, oh, my angels took care of it. It's already here now, right? I feel like there's this sense of like allowing ease to come into your life, allowing your life to be easy. Like I've been doing coffee rituals every morning, and I put butter in my coffee. I put like a tiny bit of butter, and I'm just like, everything comes so easy to me, and I mix it in. I'm like, everything is so easy for me. Everything comes easy to me. My life, Ten of Pentacles on the bottom, like everything I want just flows to me so easily, right? It's very that. Okay, we're explain the Five of Cups. Let's see what that's about. Four of Wands. Wow. Yeah, a lot of threes and a lot of fours. You could be seeing 333, 444, 343, 434. You know, I feel like something you lost. Actually, guys, we keep getting Ten of Pentacles. I feel like something you lost actually um, gave you more stability, and the loss was really necessary for what you want your future to look like. And that doesn't make it any less difficult or any less painful. Oh, that came out with a force. Page of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you're looking at your mind differently. You're looking at your life differently. I feel like you're being more of a student of things, more of the observer. I'm getting that sense of like, you know, when you're meditating, just like watching the thoughts pass like clouds. And if you don't want one of the thoughts, then you just don't take it. You just like wait for another thought to come that's positive. Two of Wands. Ace of Cups. Yeah, and I'm really looking at the Two of Cups now that already came out. I feel like you're allowing yourself to experience life in a new way. Okay, especially with Two of Wands on the bottom now. You're allowing life to come easier than it ever has. You're allowing life to give to you. And I feel like it's really that detachment phase of like not giving so much of yourself, trying to make things happen so much. It's like that sense of like the Four of Swords. It's like you put something out there, you put an idea out there, and then you kind of just let it take shape, and you don't really try to overpower it so much, right? It's just that sense of symbiosis, or not even, I don't even know, like that flow with life, that flow state of like letting things flow, and letting yourself be given to, because understanding that everything you do gives to other people, right? Everything you do is so important, even when you're just making your coffee in the morning. Like, it's so important because it puts you in the frame of mind. It allows you to give to yourself, allowing everything to give to you, right? It's really experiencing that magic when you go out to the trees and talking to the trees, and talking to the sky and the birds, and just making note of all of the special things that happen every day, even when a bird flies right in front of your face. Just showing that gratitude for the universe, that the universe sees you and acknowledges you in all of those micro moments that make life so magical. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. It's really that symbiosis, that what's the word I'm thinking of? I keep saying synchronicity, but that's not the word I'm thinking of, but maybe that's significant. Okay, we got Nine of Cups coming out. Oh, I need to take a deep breath. Nine of Cups, Queen of Cups, and Eight of Pentacles. Guys, this is so funny. This is so funny, guys. Yeah, it's really coming to your work with this sense of the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups, right? Coming to your work with a sense of like, I'm going to work on this, and then I'm going to put it away, and then I'm just going to allow myself to receive everything I need, right? The universe gives you everything you need, and that's what's really bringing in everything you want. Okay, it's allowing you to experience life to the fullest. I just feel like there's something you don't see coming, to be honest. Because there's something magical being created in your life right now. And I feel like the fact that you're just kind of letting it happen and seeing how it goes, it's going to turn out very magical. And like something magical is about to happen for you. Strength. Oh, girl. Okay, we got strength. We got the Hierophant. We got the Wheel of freaking Fortune. I cannot believe that all of those popped out at once. Strength, Hierophant, Wheel of Fortune. Guys, all your strength is what has led you here. Never forget how much strength you have and that everything that is happening for you, all that your angels are bringing in for you, all of the ways in which Spirit is really allowing you to just keep going and keep becoming fuller and fuller. Understand that you deserve it because you have overcome so much. You have so much strength, and it is so inspiring to the world around you. So understand that everything is about to happen for you is completely because of your strong soul. Okay, understand how much you deserve it. Just like tell yourself every day that you deserve all of the magical things that are about to happen to you. And that is when the magic is going to come in, when you understand that you really deserve it. Okay, my love, I love you so much. This reading was so beautiful. We got Judgment on the bottom, guys. It's so magical right now. I hope you feel how magical it is. I hope this reading helped you. I love you so much. I love this community so much, and I'm so grateful for all of you. This Leo season is just going to be beautiful. I'll see you soon. I love you.